Good morning, everyone. Before starting my speech, I'll give you some names. I'll mention Yuri Gagarin, Neil Armstrong, Apollo 11, the brand Windows, Bill Gates, Tim Berners-Lee, Nelson Mandela, a sheep named Dolly, the Human Genome Project, Steve Jobs, and a professor named Miss Biondi. I'm sorry if I read my speech, but there are a lot of numbers and I don't want to choke. And so my speech starts now. Good morning, everyone, and most importantly, hello to you, my dear Miss Biondi. For a long time, I have wanted to pay tribute to you in a speech, but I never knew how to do it. However, during one of our recent lessons, you provided me with a crucial piece of information that allowed me to approximately determine your date of birth. Ladies and gentlemen, the mystery is finally solved. Miss Biondi was born between February 1961 and February 1962. So in this speech, I will recount all the things that are younger than Miss Biondi. Let's start with the first human spaceflight accomplished by Yuri Gagarin in 1961. These 108-minute flights allowed the cosmonaut to complete a full orbit around the Earth. He is also the one to whom we owe the famous phrase, I quote, "The Earth is blue." Secondly, we have the first steps of humankind on the Moon. Indeed, in 1969, the Apollo 11 mission landed on Earth satellites and Neil Armstrong set foot on the Moon while pronouncing his legendary phrase, I quote, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Next comes the creation of Windows in 1985. With this invention, Bill Gates revolutionized the operating systems of personal computers. The different versions of his creation would even contribute to democratizing computer worldwide. Fourth, we have the Chernobyl disaster. The explosion of the central reactor of the power plant located in Ukraine in 1986 released a radioactive cloud that contaminated a large part of Europe and caused the death of thousands of people. Then we have the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, which marked the end of the Cold War and led to the reunification of Germany a year later. Sixth, Miss Biondi is older than the Internet. Indeed, the World Wide Web, also known as WWW, was only created in 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee. He is also responsible for all the fundamental web technologies such as HTML, HTTP, or URLs. Additionally, our dear teacher witnessed the end of the Apartheid in South Africa and the election of Nelson Mandela in 1994. Next, we have the first successful cloning of an animal in 1996. It was a sheep named Dolly. Continuing with genetics, Miss Biondi also witnessed the first complete sequencing of the human genome in 2000. It took no less than 3 years for the member of the Human Genome Project to successfully sequence 90% of the human genome. And finally, Miss Biondi, and all of you for the matter, experienced the launch of the first iPhone. Indeed, Steve Jobs unveiled this revolutionary phone in 2007 offering users a new operating system, also known as iOS, but most importantly, a touchscreen. In conclusion, Ms. Biondi has lived through many things over the course of her very, very, very long life, and I hope she will remain with us for a long time to share all these amazing experiences she has lived, her infinite knowledge, and above all, her remarks on our French. We love you, Ms. Biondi. Thank you.